50%. Only when health is low. Can we stop doing this?
The transformation does not occur when it hits mid-air. All of her moves change during the transformation.
Wait, what?
Punch,
This is a
kick,
state.
and
This is an
slash
install.
Are easier to connect with as the attacks move towards the opponent. Heavy slash
That
deals
is
heavy damage,
so
but
cool.
is challenging to
What's up,
land.
fellas? Panda here. Well, as I was getting ready to start my day, I didn't think they'd drop the starter guide like 2 hours after the trailer, so guess what? Double upload today, and then you got the evolution tomorrow. I'm looking consistent for once. Yeah, they got me out the shower, so we were rocking this. It is what it is, and yeah, we're gonna watch it like one full watch over, and then afterwards I'm gonna analyze, like do a bit of analysis, figure out what's going on with the character. But let's take a look. Okay,
Unika is an all-rounder with highly viable special moves at her disposal.
Kind of what I figured.
Wield
Aerial
her
fireball, we didn't see that.
transforming armaments expertly to dominate in battle.
Right. Okay,
Mode
enough of the brawling. Let's see.
Arbalest.
Oh, she's got stance.
Certain moves transform Unika's weapon, entering mode
That's
Arbalest
sick.
until the move ends. The
Ooh,
supported
I like
special
that. That's
moves
actually sick as hell.
gain enhanced properties when activated while already in mode Arbalest.
Okay.
During supported command normals, you can also activate special moves with a quick direction and button input,
Okay.
as
So
well as dash cancel.
right. So some of our normals like the
Anti-multi-type
dash
gear strike.
cancels.
This move fires a powerful laser forward. Although it has a slow startup, once out, it reaches full screen
Yep.
extremely quickly. Mode Arbalest version leaves Unika at an advantage,
Okay.
even when
Okay.
blocked.
So that's a cool character.
Try this move when you want to keep up your offense.
Right. So
Anti-
one early assumption I'm going to make before we continue on is that this stance is going to be used after normals or specials as kind of like either an aggressive routing option, or you can use it in neutral as a better neutral option. But you have to be careful. You have to be careful. She does have aerial fireballs. She does have very good normals, but she does look a bit slow. So I'm going to assume she's going to be susceptible to get
Aerial
hit.
type gear blitz. From midair, this attack
Yeah.
fires a projectile at a diagonal below. It works well as a poke.
Oh,
against
she even
grounded
has a
opponents.
stance in midair. Do you see
The
that?
mode Arbalest version becomes multi-hit and knocks the opponent down.
That's very interesting. That's actually very interesting. Aerial
Anti-terrestrial
stance.
type gear penetrate.
Wow, wow.
A low-profile
What
lunging
name?
attack that hits.
This is
at the
Scum
low.
Dipper.
After pausing, Unika performs a follow-up that hits as a mid.
Oh,
The
okay.
mode Arbalest version gains extra hits for the follow-up. It
Safe!
becomes harder to punish.
Well, if it's
when
slow, right, it may as well be. But that's insane.
Anti-terrestrial type gear top attack.
Jesus Christ.
Unika
This is the
leaps
overhead.
forward, performing an overhead attack,
This is literally
It covers
Kaiba
a
with
wide
extra
area,
steps from what I'm
making
seeing
it
here.
effective against airborne opponents as well. The mode Arbalest version causes ground bounce. You can use Roman Cancel
Oh.
to deal extra damage off of mix-up.
Yeah, I take it as you need the Arbalest state
Anti-colossal
to get
type
anything.
gear blast
This is
off
a DP, right?
launches the opponent, sending them flying with an anti-air shockwave.
No?
This move can be used to interrupt your opponent's
Ah,
offense,
there you go. Yeah,
as the
DP.
startup is invincible. It can't be Roman cancelled, so make sure to use it carefully.
Does it have an Arbalest version? It
The
does!
mode Arbalest version causes wall bounce in the corner. This makes it a great option for extending
The
your combo
animations
damage.
on this character actually look amazing.
Blaze a trail,
Okay, which one's this?
a wide sweeping strike attack that hits to the front.
Okay, so she's got the
Although this
Desi
move's
Michael
properties
sword to
remain
put it
unchanged during mode Arbalest.
long-reaching
It
normals.
is a very powerful attack that deals heavy damage as a single hit. Mega Death Buster.
Mega Death
Huge
Buster.
shockwave attack that launches the opponent.
Does it have an
This
Arbalest
move
version?
can be used to interrupt your opponent's offense as the startup
Iframe
is
super.
invincible.
Okay, does it have a does
The
it have an
mode
Arbalest?
Arbalest version
It does.
deals significant extra damage.
Okay.
Weapons free. An ultimate transformation technique that allows for
Ooh,
follow-up attacks
that
using
is raw.
Thunder
50%.
Seal
Only
for
when
a
health
set
is low.
duration of
Can we
time.
stop doing this?
The transformation does not occur when it hits mid-air. All of her moves change during the transformation.
Wait, what?
Punch,
This is a
kick,
state.
and
This is an
slash
install.
Are easier to connect with as the attacks move towards the opponent. Heavy Slash
That
deals
is
heavy
so
damage, but is
cool.
challenging to land. Inputting a direction during dust can move at high speed in the selected direction. Star Deviation. A follow-up from Weapons Free.
That is actually
Slams
so
the
sick. I'm in
opponent to the
shock
ground,
right now. That's
ending
cool as hell.
Weapons Free. This move activates automatically after either a set duration of time passes when leaving the area, or when the opponent's health
They
falls
actually cooked
below
with our
a certain
super. This is
threshold.
actually sick. This is the coolest
This
super in the
move
game
triggers
for
an area
gameplay
shift,
reasons.
much like the follow-up after dust attack.
So it's kind of like a
Star
dust.
Deviation.
Yeah, it's kind of like dust.
Annihilate. A follow-up
It costs
from
another
Weapons
50
Free.
meter.
Slams the opponent to the ground, ending Weapons Free. Although
So this
it
is your
costs
100 meter
50%
cash out.
tension gauge, it deals extremely heavy damage.
Look at the damage.
This move triggers an area shift.
Ishk,
much like the
ishk,
follow-up
ishk,
after
ishk,
dust
ishk.
attack.
Wah, wah, cha.
Although
That
she
looks sick.
struggles with movement, Unika has many attacks with excellent range.
Yeah.
Use her Far Slash, Jumping Slash, and Anti-Multi-type Gear Streak as pokes to create opportunities to approach. Her standing Heavy Slash has fast startup and a great
I
hitbox,
did see that, yeah.
making it a good tool for dealing with the opponent's
It's
offense
kind of like a better
from
goal
mid-range.
as 5H. You want to use it as a wall
Once
from
you've
what I'm
made
seeing.
the opponent block an attack, go for a Mode Arbalist version of a special move.
Yeah.
The overhead anti-terrestrial type gear top attack has long range and is challenging to punish when blocked at maximum range.
Oh, could they be? Yeah.
Weapons
Why am I
free lets her
commenting?
end the
I'm
match
like,
in one fell swoop.
yeah, okay,
without
Sword
giving the
Toolkit's
opponent the
sick.
chance to use Psych Burst. Although the conditions are restrictive, you can pull off
Not too
stylish
mental in
combos
terms of
when
inputs.
the
Very
opportunity
show-like
arises.
inputs where like nothing mental's
Thank
going
you
on.
for
No half
watching.
circles, no DPs. Like move the camera back. Yeah, thank you, Ryan Dress.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah, as you can see here, like there's no insane inputs going on, like whatsoever. Alright, it's very manageable. The only insane thing is maybe super. So like in terms of like execution, you're not gonna have a difficult time trying to maneuver around our toolkit, but it's all about that arbalist state. So time to go on the analysis part, let's talk about it. The main thing to note is that she appears to be a character that focuses heavily on the stance arbalist, right? We could tell that from what the guy was saying. And I think the main strategy is to play grounded neutral for as long as possible, trying to set up moments where the opponent wants to air dash in or jump in at you, and then use a 5H anti-air to knock them out this guy for big cash out, get some good damage, and then flip the offense. You want to either use Arbalist in neutral at full screen, or you want to use Arbalist up close as a pressure tool. That's what we're seeing here. It appears that you go into Arbalist off of essentially any normal or any approach or any attack. So that's very interesting. That's very interesting. Basically, anytime the sword transforms, you're an Arbalist. So you've got to pay attention to that. There's probably like some neutral tools that you can do where it's like they're super whiff. Like you can just whiff them, they're not that punishable. But in terms of movement, she does look fairly slow. She kind of reminds me of like a bigger Shoto playstyle where it's like, it's definitely Shoto, but it's like, it's slower, it's methodical, but it's probably aiming for like more counter hit opportunities or more preemptive type pokes. So it's very interesting to see, because I immediately think of like Dragon Ball Fighters with like Cooler, right? Cooler, not that quick of a character, but the tools he did have access to were super long reach, did a ton of damage, and set up anything, honestly. And that's how this character feels. I'm assuming it's going to be like you pick her up, easy to play, easy to have a good time with, but in terms of the high level, it's about optimizing Arbalist as much as possible and avoid trying to be whip punishable. But the Arbalist state does let you dash cancel off of it, so that means there's going to be opportunities where you can dash cancel off of a far reach hit in like 5H. So really mental that this character is going to have tools like that where they can whiff a far slash or hit whiff a far slash and then go into a dash cancel for a pickup. That looks strong. That does look really strong. The other thing as well, Mega Death Buster, you're going to use on defense alongside your DP. Maybe a wall break super as well. But the other super, Weapons Free, that has opened a new possibility of what supers can do. It's essentially an install super for a short period of time that lets you do like your own creative beatdown combo, which I'm like, that looks fun. That looks fun, doesn't it? You kind of get upset because then you think like Dragon install for Kai, is super boring and can be only used when your health is low. Same with that character. And for this all bad guy, he just doesn't have it. He has a grab super, so I'm like, it's a bit crappy. It's a bit crappy indeed. But oh my god, yeah, no, it looks awesome. Has a cool ender. You can spend another 50 to cash out. Kind of remind me of Sin in that regard. Just a full screen, like, neutral playstyle character. We're going to be seeing a ton of that. A lot of, like, fireball representation, good aerial play, and eager trying to move in and out of the opponent's space, trying to get in, try to take your opportunities. But on the plus side, you're going to have those big normals and big damage. I feel like she's going to be a character that's going to cash out for some mad damage. And she does have high lows for offensive sequences, but the main thing that worries me about the high lows is that they're not, like, quick. They're very slow. They're very slow and methodical to look at, so I think with meter, the high lows are going to be highly represented, but in terms of offense in the corner, I don't know how they're going to work, because, like, Sin's overhead is reactable, but it's very quick. It's very quick, whereas with this character, it kind of looks like a 23 frame overhead, so there's going to be time to react, I think. The main thing that will make this character shine is that a lot of their aggressive high-low tools look safe on block, which is actually very powerful, right? So it means that you don't have to expend meter, and if the opponent does see that you have a bar, you can do a lot of RPS scenarios where you fake using the meter, like you don't use it whatsoever, and then you just keep running offense. Maybe you can use your DP on aggression. You can do the Ken strategy, B minus 3, DP, and still take your turn. So she's going to have that. She is going to have that available to her. Bye. Such a cool character. They did such a great, like, job designing everything. The super looks awesome. I wonder what it's going to have in terms of practicality. But yeah, Jesus. No, I'm in love. I'm in love. I might try out this character for a bit, but I don't know entirely. She does release tomorrow, and the starter guide has told us everything we need to know about the character from the looks of things. And yeah, I'm not saying all those tools. What was it? ATTG, AATG, AMTG? Like, on commentary, that's gonna suck. So I'm gonna say Streak, Blitz, Penetrate, Top Attack, Blaze Trail, and Blast Off. I think that's very easy to remember. But yeah, fellas, peace out. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And in terms of the character, she's looking mad interesting. But please tell me if I've missed anything. Let me know. But yeah, that's me saying out. Peace out, fellas. See ya.